Alrighty. What's going on, everyone? We're doing an afternoon live trading session. Alright. And so these are some of the things I'm watching. Not gonna lie, really not a huge fan of anything right now. I'm in a little bit of CNTX from like 849 or 840, whatever I'm in from. But really nothing that's like home run potential in my opinion. So yeah, no, this is a weird one. It's like that IPO trend, where the daily charts IPO, kind of what's been working like lately are these really low priced IPO trades. So I'm just keeping on watch. There's been quite a nice bidder there. Let's see anything else. No. There's really, and I barely even like CNTX right now, I won't lie. It's being a bit of a turd. It's so, yeah, I'm probably just gonna cut it for a small win. If it can't hold up here. Just not, this isn't the market, in my opinion, to overstay any sort of welcome. It's like, last week was really hot. Thanksgiving week, really hot. Yeah, I'm cutting. And I guess like what I mean by that, anyways, when I'm saying it's not the time to overstay or welcome. Like, it's not that there's not moves. Like CNTX might very well work. It's simply that, in my opinion, the moves are a little harder to time. And that's kind of what I thrive on, is getting a really good entry right before the pop. And it's just not what's working right now. Or it's not working for me. So I know a lot of other traders are struggling. This Tom Z, fake high at daybreak, now going back down near low a day. I do like this one. Can I get the level 2 up on here? Where is that? No, that's just time and sales. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, so what's been interesting about this one is there's just been a bid prop holding this up above VWAP, but it's very low volume, so it's not one that can really even use size on. That's the unfortunate part, is like some of the better trades have been these ones that are really on the lower volume side of things, and that means you can't take size. That's the unfortunate truth. And this is still holding up. It's under VWAP though. I'll get the YouTube chat up, see who's watching. Yeah, back in town. Yeah, mainly the reason I was gone, we were not doing these, is just because it was Thanksgiving week. Matt and I were spending time with family. And quite honestly, like, we could have done it this morning, but I've hated the mornings. I've hated trading the mornings lately. They're just, I don't do well in them. I don't do well trading the morning right now. So it's like, why even trade? So I've been trading very light in the morning if I want to get a little feel. Then yeah, sure, I'll trade the morning, but it's just not worth the mental stress, or the mental capital, the actual capital. Like, it really isn't to me. So, let's see. Let's throw up some of these top percent gainers. I'm just going to start cycling through them, really. A-Bus was decent this morning. Yeah, just all the way back down. All the way back down. How's OP doing? Just fading, 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 fading. MDJH. I have a feeling that's marijuana stock. I don't know. Oh, that was a... If that doesn't scream pump and dump, I don't know what does. That's crazy. From, what was that, 260 to 506, now all the way back down to 3. If any of you guys have any questions, too, throw them in. Throw them in. I'm here to answer questions. Whether you're in the small cap rockets. Let's see. No, yeah, just went live. This is, yeah. Yeah, if you guys see, I've got imposters on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram. Here's the deal. I hate to break it to you. I am not going to message you first asking how your trading is going. It's not that I don't care. It's simply that I am not going around to all of my followers saying, how's your trading going? Oh, by the way, buy my crypto. No, I suck at trading crypto. Everyone's like, I'll pick, yeah. So if you're getting messages from me and you didn't message me first and I'm not answering a question that you asked me, it's probably not me. Especially if it says, how is your trade going? Like, what? It's not even English. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, this market, it's, in a way, I guess it almost does feel like summer trading right now. Like, it's just tough because there are moves. That's where I'm struggling. There are moves. CNTX was really, even still though, even if you've gotten on any of these dips, like 9, it did move $2 a share. It's just, for me, the risk reward is really hard to justify taking a trade even up here when the only real risk level is down $1 a share. If that makes sense, I'm sure it does. I know it does, but it's tough. But that's, kind of the important and I want to like this CNXT down here, CNTX, whatever. I can't. I really can't. Ugh. I want to like it though. Anyways, no, what I'm saying is these are the times if you're struggling in this market. I'm not going to say I'm struggling because I'm struggling to make big money, but I'm also not making it a goal to make big money when the market is slow. The key really is just preserving capital. Like I'm having right now, it's going to be probably a small red day unless something crazy pops up. And that's the key. You're going to have small green days, small red days. It's almost going to be a tug of war battle during slower times when your setup isn't present. That's fine. That's really fine. And unfortunately, for me, it took a big red day. Because during Thanksgiving week, the market was pretty hot for the type of setups I like. And I was kind of expecting that momentum to continue on through the next week, into this week. And it just didn't, right? It didn't at all. And so I took a big red day on Monday. And that was normally had I done that even, a month or two ago, I would have kept pushing it. And now I've just kind of gotten over, after I had that really big drawdown back in September, I'm really over big drawdowns. They're so So mentally draining. Anyways, so I adjusted quick. I was like, okay, if this is what the market is going to look like, I'm not going to risk a lot of money. I'm certainly not going to risk a lot of my mental energy, right? And so now, like, I'm looking through the top percent gainers just to see if there's anything at the end of the day that's holding up that I like. There's no range on this. I need ones with range. No. Normally, I'll start off by looking at the intraday. Like if I'm going through scanners, look at the intraday. If there's range, then I'm going to the daily chart. Is there a reason for this to move? But if I don't even like the intraday, what good is the daily chart going to do me? Did I already look at this one? I don't think I did. It's all just, oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Let's look at the daily chart. Ooh, that's unique. That could bounce at the end of the day. That's it. Probably not. I'll probably avoid it. I'm going to keep it on watch in case there's like, hey, if there's like such a clear reason to buy this. But as of now, just an avoid for me. Maybe over 1.6. That's a very strong maybe though. I'm definitely not trading Build-A-Bear Workshop. I know AHI was moving a bit. I'll probably replace that with Tom's because Tom's is a turd. Ugh, just choppiness. Then I'll go through some of the new highs scanner. I put my scanners up here just so you guys can kind of see what I'm working with when I'm looking at stuff throughout the day. I did change up my setup a little bit from the previous live streams, so you can kind of see, like, I like looking at multiple charts. I mean, these are all things I'm looking at throughout the day. So now I'll go through, and most of these are doozies. Oh boy. Although these, let's see. And a lot of people ask, like, how do I find stocks so early? Because a lot of times you'll see my charts and I'm in wildly early on some of these moves. And if you notice, I do get in when the volume is a bit lower. Oh, that's going to be a no-go. So anyways, I get in a lot of times when the volume's a bit lower, and it's normally just through, like, if I find a hidden gem on this new highs scan, I'll take it. Because generally, I need to have a strong level 2. That's always important, so I know I can get out if I'm wrong. Like, I don't want to... Don't force me to trade you again. Don't do that. It's going to. Yeah, I took a little bit there at 8.55. We'll see. I really just want to push to like 9. I'll treat it as a scalp, but under VWAP it is tough. Technically it is it's strong on the day, but when it's under VWAP going into the end of the day, it is a little bit 50-50, right? Like, if you're short in from this pop up into the 10s, you're comfortable. You have no reason to cover right now. Now, yeah, I mean, right, like I would judge anyone who's swinging short a biotech overnight just as much as I would judge them for swinging a biotech long overnight, to be fair. But like right now, you're probably still looking, if you're short from that pop, you're still looking for lower. And so like you're probably not going to cover. Now, I don't know. I don't short, let alone breakout biotechs, but I'm trying to think of it from the perspective of someone who might. From traders I know who are going for these bigger moves. Like right now, I just don't see a reason that you'd cover. But anyways, this is kind of the key trend that needs to break for this to work, most likely. So we've got a little ways to go up in like the 870s. We'll see. I'm just gonna be quick to cut this if it's not complying. Probably under like 840, realistically. SLHG is at 160. Might be worth a watch. Needs volume to come in though, that's for sure. Yeah, if CNTX doesn't get going in like a few minutes here, probably just worth the cut. I'll go over some other questions, the good old Qs. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the SPY, by the way, if you didn't see it, the SPY is getting clobbered. Oops, daisies. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Oh. What's the intraday looking like? CNTX testing that key trend. See if anything can happen. Again, keyword is it's testing. Like I said, I'll probably, even if this is a winning trade, I'll be quick to sell into any big spike. Treating it very, very scalpy. I'd ideally like 880s to 9, somewhere in there. Just a quick rip. And I know people are like, it's probably, you know, like $12. I'm like, why'd you sell? I don't trust anything in this market. Anything. I do not trust. This is like, it's just so sketchy. Everything is so freaking sketchy. See if this 880s can get taken out. I don't know. It's just kind of like, eh. 880s is certainly struggling. Can I just give me like 890? Give me the VWAP push. Nah, I'm selling. Sold there. Where did I even get out? No idea. 877. Nice. And another important reason as to why I sold that, guys, like this view, like it's, to me, right, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, this looks like a failed, it just looks like a VWAP reject to me. That's how I see it. Is that how it is? I don't know. But to me, it just looks like a rejection of VWAP. Not a whole lot of volume coming in on this push through a key trend area. Those, I don't like those factors all lining up, right? Like I wanted a lot more volume to come in, I'll tell you that much. And a harder push. I wanted that to test VWAP on that trend break, and it couldn't. It just couldn't do it, which is fine. Again, that's why I'm just in the mindset of like, it's not worth trusting. That's a misprint. Let's see here. Let's go back. I'm going to pull up the good old YouTube chat. Why don't you show the level 2 screen on YouTube? I'm just using E-Trade for my level 2 right now. HPI. Yeah, I saw HPI. Oh, man. Oh, nice. I actually did snag a little bit of this, but it was super tiny size. My E-Trade is so delayed right now. See if that can push through VWAP here. Even just like 175, 180. I didn't even realize like how few shares. Yeah, I'm selling that. I didn't even like realize how few shares of this I had because I forgot it was $1 stock. I generally am not the biggest fan of trading stocks under like $5. Just because for me, I like stocks with a lot of range, right? I like stocks like CNTX, right, where I'm getting 30, 40, 50 cents when I'm right on a scalp, right? That's the kind of stuff I like. not somewhere I'm getting 5 cents, maybe 10 cents. And the problem is, like, I've got a risk. You know, you get in at 160, I'm risking 8. I'm risking 8 cents. And could this go to like 2? Sure, it could. It certainly could go to 2. The biggest problem is, like, I'm not expecting it to go to 2. Whereas something like CNTX, even on a failed trade, I got, call it peaked 30 cents a share. And yeah, I mean, I was basically risking 15. It was a 2-to-1 scalp, but you get the point. I hope you can kind of see where I'm going at there. Oh, is there anything else? E-Trade sucks today for me. Just sucks. Sorry, I know this is probably like super boring, but like this is also just sometimes what you have to go through during trading, right? Like we've talked about this before. It's not always fun. It's not always making thousands and tens of thousands and all of this of dollars every day. Like sometimes it really is just boring, you know? And these are, in my opinion, like the way I like to look at it, these are some of the best days, honestly, to just not even be at the market. There are opportunities. There are. But to me, they're not easy. And if your setup isn't there, it's not there. You know, when the market's hot, I'm taking 20 to 30 trades a day. Today, I've taken like 5. So when I see that, that's when I'm asking myself, okay, is it even worth it? But, you know, I've noticed my best trading is in the afternoon. And so I'm definitely going to be here for it just to watch, just in case, get a couple scalps. And, you know, this is something Matt Monaco and I were talking about just yesterday. And it all comes down to a size thing. It's all to scale, right? Oh, and look at that CNTX pulse. See, that's why I love VWAP though, because to me, I'm never using it as a buy or sell indicator. Like, okay, it's a VWAP. No, I'm going to buy. Or, oh, it's going under VWAP. I'm going to stop out. To me, it's more like, okay, the stock is weak or bullish on the intraday. I'm using it just as like a confirmation tool, really more than anything else. And so to me, that's why I generally, unless the setup is great, unless I love the daily chart, I'm strongly convicted, anything under VWAP for me is almost always a scalp. And some people are going to be like, well, why do you even scalp? Why don't you just stick to the A+ setups? Well, because here's the deal. I'm a natural, just the way I trade is scalpy. And so when I see an opportunity with a high win rate for a quick move, I'm going to have no issue taking it. It's just, I'm not going to hold it for a long period of time. Could I save myself a lot of like stress, I suppose, and like mental capital like I'm talking about by not taking anything? Absolutely. And I know that. Oh, hold on. By the way, this is getting a little interesting. I can't take it again, unfortunately. But through 171 could look kind of interesting. Yeah, there it is. There it is. But again, it just comes down to a volume thing. There's not enough volume. Risk level is too far away. All of that. All that good stuff. I'm going to keep going over to some questions here. Wow. SPY is red. The SPY is red. Why didn't I load up short? No one told me to short it at 464.67. Actually, that's a lie. Matt was sitting in here and I was like, let's just go all in short the SPY. Like, the problem is I said that like here, then it dipped and recovered and everyone probably got caught. All right, back to the YouTube. Let's see. What's your view on trying to go for a minimum 2-to-1 R on every trade, but balancing that with a discretionary approach? Again, out for your price target feels off. That's exactly how I trade. I'm always in. So that's when I talk. This is a great question, actually. Everyone is very focused on risk reward, as you should be, right? You should be focused on risk reward. Risk reward is the number one most important thing in trading. Because in theory, right, a stock is either going to go up or down. I suppose it could technically stay at the same level. But when it moves, it's either going up or down. So in theory, if you buy a completely random stock, it's going one direction or the other. I'm not going to say it's 50-50 because it's not. Trading isn't 50-50. There are bullish factors, all this and that. But then it comes down, let's pretend you have a 50% win rate. You need to have anything above a 1-to-1 risk reward in order to make money. I'm going to be so mad at myself for SLHG. I know it. I know I'm going to be. You don't have to keep reminding me. But that's the goal, right? But there are a lot of factors, and this comes with time. This all comes with time, experience, screen time, seeing the markets, that you know or have a good indication of this trade isn't working the way I want it to. So what I can do is cut it now and save myself a potential loss, a bigger loss than needed. Or I can hold for the full price target. If it doesn't hit and it goes down to my stop, that's the more statistical way to do it. Now, I'm not a very statistical trader. I mean, I've got stats on my own trading, sure. But man, oh man. Hold on one second, guys. Anyways, I went up, sorry. What I'm saying there is, though, that for me, as someone who is not like this exact setup has precisely a 62.34% win rate in this current market condition. This is what I need to average for the price. For me, I'm very much level 2 based trading, tape based trading, chart pattern. That's the stuff that matters to me. So when I see a pattern that isn't working the way it should, I'm going to cut, because my theory is I can just get right back into the trade if it resets up. And that saved me a lot of money. That for me, that works. That doesn't work for everybody. And if it doesn't work for you, then don't do it. Like it completely depends on your style of trading, in my opinion. Just doesn't feel like what I expect from a winter market. Maybe because I'm hoping for last year's winter market. Yeah, 100%. This is definitely a slower winter market start of it so far. And it like I said, it really just comes down to sitting on your hands when you need to. Like, the market will not be dead forever, but if you blow up, you will be done forever. So, did I make any trades this morning? I took a couple like $300 losses. So I think I'm down like $1,000 today. What are the three main intraday and daily patterns? I mean, really, daily patterns, breakouts and bounces. Intraday, I love the dip and rip, consolidation breaks. Are you limiting your trades to certain patterns? Systematic triangles, failing wedges, or falling wedges? More subjective. It definitely depends. I've noticed my oh man, the SPY. Look at that, just getting cremated. Oh, rats. Anyways, the best setups for me are the ones I am like, I guess it depends from entry and daily standpoint. My biggest trades are normally very specific daily chart patterns. They don't come around much, and that's fine. But when I'm being more scalpy, it really just comes down to intraday trend breaks, right? Like you said, ascending triangles, descending wedges, like bull flag breaks, all those really basic patterns. I'm going to play each of them slightly different, but yeah, if that answers your question. Let's see. Do you track your emotions, mental, in your Excel or anything? How important is it to your trading experience? Yeah, journaling. That's how you track the mental side of it. That's how you track how you're mentally performing based on your emotions. That's how you track all that stuff, is journaling. If you want to do it in Excel, it's up to you, whatever you use. What have you done when you have been in a drawdown? Size down. That's it. It comes down to sizing down. Normally, I've realized that my biggest drawdowns come from oversizing in a market that doesn't call for it. And I have the issue. There are two main issues that come from using size. In my opinion, in my experience, I should say. Either you're oversized when you're used to using small size, and what ends up happening is you sell too early on both, or you sell your winners too early and you sell your losers too late. So let's say you're holding to full risk. Let's say you have a risk level and you're selling too early for that risk level to be justified because you're using too big of size. So yeah, your winners are going to be a little bit bigger than you're used to, but your losers are going to be a lot bigger than you're used to. That's issue number one. Issue number two, for someone like me, when I size up, I also tend to hold longer, and being a more scalpy trader, that isn't my setup, right? That's not what I'm used to doing. It's not what works for me. And so when I am playing with bigger size, I can't afford to hold for longer. It's a weird thing. I just want to make, I'm like, well, I'm sizing up. I want to make more. And I'm like, I want to make a lot more. And that's just not the way it is. So basically, when you're in a drawdown, the way that I have always recovered is by sizing down, getting that confidence back, getting that routine back, and then going from there. Oh my God, what happened? Did I miss something? Oh my God. Wow, AMC is done, folks. AMC is done, which probably means GameStop is done. I would have to take a wild guess. Holy smokes. Oh my God, I almost want to go grab Matt. I'm just going to call him, see if he answers. Where's Monaco? We'll see if we're going to get Matt on the live stream one way or another. Oh, I got a package. Nice. Sorry, I know it's not trading related, but the market sucks. Well, Matt's not even... Oh, yeah, he is in my favorites. See if he answers. Why am I calling him when he's in the same office? You might be thinking to yourself, because I do not want to stand up. Come on. Answer me, Monaco. Is he sitting right over there? He literally... Oh. He's talking to someone. That's why. I need him to see AMC. I really do. I'll get him when he's done talking. Let's see here. Let's see. I am shocked, honestly, though. That is crazy. How much is GameStop down? %. AMC's down like what? 18, 20%? Yeah. I want Matt to see this. I was so hoping that... Oh, this could be a wild bounce, though, in a day or two. Probably tomorrow, but let's look at that daily chart now. Yep, broke support. It probably needs a few more, another red day or two before I'll want to trade it. Get some real bleed out going. Ideally down to like 20. That would be a great. See, that will be an A+ bounce setup at some point in the next few days. And the reason why is because, so what makes an A+, there are different tiers. This is going to sound weird, but there are different tiers of A+ for me, because I do trade some lower volume stocks, which I can't size up on, but I know the range is insane. On something like AMC, it's going to be fantastic because there will be a ton of range and unlimited size potential. There is no limit to sizing. So that is why that will make that's like top tier A+. for a bounce setup. There are also A plus, like top tier A plus breakout trades, but they just don't come around often. BTX, NEGG, and unfortunately, I still underplayed all of those. LGVN kind of was, I suppose, but not for me. It wasn't an A plus for me personally. Okay. Now that I'm done ranting about how awesome AMC is going to be for a bounce, let's see, what does the GameStop daily chart look like, by the way? It's still holding the uptrend though. That's the craziest part. Can you imagine if this AMC sell-off traps a bunch of GameStop shorts, holds the uptrend, and then rips? How wild would that be? Doubtful. That's very, very unlikely, but I just like to play different scenarios out in my head. Anyways, let me know if you guys have any last minute questions. I'm about to hop off. I see nothing I like. I'm just getting tired of this, and I got to get ready. For those of you who are in the Steady Trade team, we have a webinar coming up here at 4 o'clock, so about 30 minutes. I'm just going to kind of like mentally prepare myself for that, because I'm not going to lie, guys, talking and trading all at the same time takes a ton of energy. It does. A lot of mental energy. So giving you some time here. If you have any last minute questions, this is your chance. This is your chance to ask away. YouTube, small cap rockets. This is your time. Use it. Shine. Shine like the stars I know you are. You can tell I'm going crazy though, because I'm so bored. Oh, beat, getting some slapulations. A little bit. Getting some volume. We'll see how that high day acts if he can get up there. Oh, he's not free. I was going to try to... Roland was just walking out. I was going to try to get him here. How do you deal with stop-loss raids on low floats? It's part of the game. Just accept that it's going to happen. How do you split screens in StocksTrade? Oh, okay, yeah. So if you have StocksTrade, let me pull up. Oh God, I have a lot of windows open. So what you do, you do this, type in a ticker. Let's just say AMC. And then you just click this button right here and it pops out the entire window. And then what I do is just make a few different windows. Okay, guys, any last questions? Let's see. So we have Travel Trader in small cap. Do you ever put a daily to-do list? Oh, this is a good question. I love discipline questions. So the question is, did you ever put a daily to-do list in front of you for the day when you first got started? Absolutely yes. 100%. Especially when it came to things like journaling, reviewing charts, marking up charts, things that I wanted to get better at. Finding patterns, studying patterns, even if it was just along the lines of, I don't know, like, what am I trying to think of? Sorry, my brain is fried. I'm also really tired. I had a workout today. Wow, lost my train of thought. Things to do. Oh, right. Okay, so if I'm like watching video lessons or like YouTube videos or whatever, then what I'm thinking in my head is, or what I'm writing down is, how many hours worth of content do I need to watch today? And all of that thing, everything that you want to do, write it down, check it off. I did that for months straight, because eventually I got to the spot where it just became a routine. It became a habit. I'd journal for basically 2 hours a day, trade, review charts, study video lessons, review my own like all of that stuff, review the entire month, review the week. If I was in a drawdown, I could tell you that was pretty far up on my to-do list. Review my drawdown, stuff like that. Wait, so is AMC a buy? I'm not buying it yet. It needs to have a first screen day pattern. Where can we get the new scan you mentioned earlier? This new high scan, it's right on StocksTrade. It's a pre-built scan. What do you think about hard stops? Totally depends on. I personally rarely use them because I'm stalking the level 2, but yeah, I mean, if you have issues cutting losses, then yeah, use it. It totally depends on you. All right, guys, I think I am probably about to hop off here. Not seeing any more questions coming in. So, yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to drop a like. You already know the drill. You should by now. So, man, excuse me. I just ate. You know the drill. Like this if it helped you in any way, shape, or form. And, yeah, that's all I got. We will see you guys back here tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. And until then, trade safe, sit on your hands if needed, and have a good rest of your Wednesday. And like I said, guys, the last thing I'll end on here. If you're not in any of our, we have small, obviously this is small cap rockets. If you're trying to learn these patterns that I'm looking at every day, this is what I do all day. Just go in and teach people the patterns I'm looking at. If you're in Steady Trade Team, you have a webinar. You've got your weekly Bryce Toohey webinar coming in, in 25 minutes to go over all this stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, now I'm actually out of here. Thank you guys for watching.